Hi, my name is Bree Kirkham. I'm the digital editor at Texas Public Radio.
My name's Kathleen Creedon. I'm the digital news producer at Texas Public Radio.
And I'm the co-host
and co-creator
of Running Red Lights. So at the beginning of the pandemic, when everything was going virtual, I was home one weekend, and in the background, I had a Facebook Live video of a Travis Park church sermon. And they were doing a series where they were highlighting different moments in history because it was an anniversary year for them. And the pastor kind of was telling the story and said, you know, everyone knows the story of Madame Mary Valino when she had turned her brothel into this wayward home for women. And my ears kind of perked up, and I said, I don't know that story, but I really want to learn about it. And I started doing research, and that's when I found out that San Antonio had a pretty large red light district, and there were all these pockets of history where people knew a little bit about it, but there was so much that wasn't known, and I really wanted to learn more about that.
Sex work and the history of sex work are kind of an uncomfortable topic for a lot of people. And as a San Antonian myself, in a city that's so proud of its history, I didn't know that aspect of it. And so we were curious. We decided we wanted to know more. And as we did more research, we realized there are a lot of parallels between this, world in the 18th, 19th century of sex work and sex work today.
So we didn't know where to start doing a lot of this historical research. A lot of it was just me sending mass emails out to people in the community, librarians, historians, researchers, archivists, and hoping that someone would have some answers for me. And luckily, everyone was really interested in finding these things out, and they were super, super helpful. And I have to say, without the San Antonio Public Library and the Bexar County Spanish Archives, there would be a huge piece in this puzzle that still would be missing. So I'm really grateful for their help and just their interest in the story too, right? Because I think when people hear about it, they get that bite and they're a little bit interested and they want to know how the story ends. So I'm really glad that we were able to work with them and find out what happened.
Sex work still exists today, and we can't talk about the history of it without acknowledging that. So we consulted with someone who worked in the industry, who connected us to people who currently work in the industry, and they gave us that perspective that otherwise would be missing.
You can listen to Running Red Lights wherever you get your podcasts or at tpr.org. And also at tpr.org/RRL, we have a special webpage where not only the podcast episodes live, but more in-depth, text-based stories that get into the nitty-gritty of the history, what sex workers today are facing with modern-day laws. Thanks for listening.